Choo choo! You hear that? That's the sound of the Anthem hype train getting ready to leave the station. That means we finally have our first bits of actual news in a very, very long time. Now, the news is updating of some social media profile and cover photos and a new official Anthem tweet. But hear me out, there are some legit clues in these photos that are worth noting. If you haven't already seen them, here are the new profile and cover photos that deployed across Anthem social media accounts. Of particular interest is the new cover photo. My immediate takeaways at first glance is that it looks like customization looks to play a key role in Anthem. Anthem's colors have become a lot more vibrant and less gritty, and we have a couple of sneak peeks of at least 2, possibly 3 new Anthem locations. Now let's get into each one of these javelins, minus the top one, which we've already seen a ton of and is the Ranger. The second javelin down is a very sleek look with a white base and vibrant green accents. I'd give it a 7 out of 10 for style. Unfortunately, I think this is a customized version of the Ranger and not a new Javelin class. And the reason I believe this to be the case is the image shows the Javelin in a running motion, and if you look at last E3's reveal video, the Ranger has a very similar running motion, especially when looking at the arms and the way they move back. I mean, just look at the similarities. I know this is a still image and we can't say definitively, but this looks like a more mobile variation of the Ranger class. The big takeaway here is the style of armor is much different than we've previously seen, and that means Javelin customization can yield drastically different looking Javelins and hopefully drastically different playstyles. I'm really digging that sleek helmet and jutting out shoulder and forearm armor in comparison to the bland looking orange Javelin that we've already seen. Additionally, this means we can at least customize our base color and one accent color. And I'm just going to ignore the slight possibility that armor pieces have their own unique set color and there won't be shaders, because that would be a real slap in the face if that was the case. Next up is a Colossus Javelin that does not seem to actually have a mortar equipped on the left shoulder like he did in the reveal video. Now, either it's a more vanilla Colossus that hasn't, air quote, unlocked the mortar, or we have several choices of what abilities/weapons our Javelins adventure out with, and the mortar is replaced with another ability or weapon. Hopefully that's the case and means even more customization and variability. We'll have to wait and see though. Now let's get into that last Javelin waiting on the bottom. First off, that's a frickin' cape. Second off, this seems to be that same mystery Javelin class from last year's trailer. He also seems to be channeling some blue energy of some sort, so who knows what that means. His flying is similar to the mystery Javelin from the video, where it doesn't have a giant propulsion system on his back, and the energy seems to be used Iron Man style propulsion from the limbs instead of the back like the other Javelins. I'm assuming only this class will be allowed to wear capes, since a Ranger Colossus's propulsion system would immediately incinerate the cape 1 second of flight. But that's just logic speaking at this point, so who knows what they're actually going to do. Regardless, these Javelins look gorgeous and customizable, which isn't a bad start, BioWare. Now let's hop into the location teasers. The outermost layer is the same location from the original trailer, so let's move on to the next one in. The second location seems to be either the same as the first or a more tropical and plant-heavy setting. It does seem more unexplored and focused on nature, and there seems to be a stone bridge along that left side that is much different architecturally from the massive metal rings in the first location, which is why I think this is likely a different location altogether, but, we'll see. Moving inward once more, we come upon an extremely arid and barren-looking environment with crags of rock sticking out of the ground. This is in stark contrast to the previous chunk-like environments, so we'll definitely see some variance in locations. Lastly is what I'm calling Lava Land. I feel like I can almost see Anakin and Obi-Wan fighting in the background there. This location seems to be entirely made up of volcanic rock and lava flows. I'm curious to see what beasties make up the wildlife here. We don't get any hints at anything else though, because it's literally just a tiny little triangle. So thanks for the teaser there. Now that we have meticulously dissected the cover photo, let's move on to the much easier to digest profile picture. Basically, it's a topographical map. The lines indicate elevation. You can see a river twisting and forking between the mountains. If I had to venture a guess, I would say this is the area we have already seen in the trailer. Looking closely, I don't see anything of interest other than it's a pretty unique piece of map art showing the verticality needed for flying javelins. Along with the photo updates, the official Anthem Twitter account actually tweeted out an interesting message. Decoding. I wouldn't honestly read too much into this other than Anthem news is about to be dropping hard and fast over the next couple of weeks with EA Play and E3. But if anything else gets added to this, I'll be sure to update y'all. The last piece of news is Casey Hudson tweeting about the BioWare team getting Anthem ready for EA Play and teasing us about seeing it soon. EA Play is June 9th through 11th, and people are supposed to be getting hands-on time with Anthem, so that means a lot of actual info and opinions on the game. That's going to wrap up this news and analysis video. Feel free to comment down below on everything that I missed, because I'm sure I missed some things, or any theories you have, and if you enjoyed the video, I would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. I mean, what's not to like about having all of your Anthem news delivered straight to you in video form with analysis and theories thrown in? That's going to do it for this one, guys. This has been Andrew from Friendlies on Your 6. I'll see you next time, freelancers.